Round 6 continues here in Perth, and the Kangaroos, with 3 wins and 2 losses this season, are here on a mission, trying to be the first side to knock off the undefeated West Coast Eagles. They've made the Eagles about to make their way out onto the ground. Out from last week, Jono, Kennedy, Smith, Brown, Schofield and Naitanui. As we take a look at their lineup, in comes Lysett, Shepherd, McKenzie, Jacob Brennan, the premiership player, Monkey Brennan's son, for his first game, and McGinnity also to add some run.
Plenty of changes, but still a strong lineup for the West Coast Eagles. Scotty Selwood, he runs through the midfield. Who will he go to today, or will he get a free run? Hearn needs to break free off half-back. Gaff needs to continue his development across a wing, and Josh Hill needs to get on the scoreboard today, especially with Kennedy out of the side.
47% of their scoring power missing from the side. As the Eagles burst on, you can hear the thunderous applause. It's been an amazing run from then, losing Lacroix pre-season, then Embley goes out. Now a big injury to Kennedy, and yet they continue to play fantastic footy. Prentice and Daniel Kerr in particular in fantastic form.
Well, it certainly is a credit to John Worsfold and the coaching staff for just drilling into the entire list and getting the entire list to work through their game plan, their structure for the last couple of years. So anyone that comes into the side knows exactly the role they have to play, and they don't let their teammates down.
Quentin Lynch has been a fantastic player for them. They are so lucky that they've got so many options in the ruck with Naitanui. But Glenn Jakovich has now got the coach, John Worsfold, prior to the game.
Woolshed late news has come in. Nick Naitanui's out. First of all, what is his injury, and how have you had to restructure your ruck division?
Well, yeah, Scott Lysett comes in for him. His hamstring tightened up late in the game last week and couldn't get the soreness out this week, so too risky for him to run out. Scotty Lysett's ready to step up for us.
You've lost another key forward, Josh Kennedy. Obviously, with the injuries now, testing your depth, how have you restructured your forward line?
Well, obviously we've gone a bit smaller. McGinnity really comes in to replace Kennedy, so means we've got a smaller lineup, but we can still test teams with our resting ruckman down there, as well as Lynch and Darling. So we're still pretty comfortable. Hill adds a marking target for us as well.
Thanks very much. Good luck for the game.
Thanks, mate.
I guess the answer to that is it all depends on the 4 blokes plus a couple in the middle. Prentice, Kerr, Selwood's been in great form. Cox is a legendary ruckman. If they can continue to dominate there, they've got every chance of going through 6-0.
So the big news, Nick Naitanui not playing for the West Coast, and we're underway. McIntosh, a clearance of sorts, hard tackle, and we expect both teams to go hard today. Harvey, Wells, the usual suspects for the Kangaroos, getting some early touches. A floater inside 50, and a mark by Hearn at half-back.
It was a well-weighted kick from Lysett, put Lynch in a pretty good position.
McGinnity plays on from just outside 50 to the top of the square. Good spot, and Cox and Hill were both there. They shared it. Hill plucked it from his grasp.
What a pick-up he's been.
He has, Jared.
He's filled that role. Lacroix goes down, gives him an opportunity. And I was really impressed with his defensive numbers. Yes, he's kicking goals and kicking plenty of them, and probably put down another one, but it's the defensive work that's improved.
Nerve settler and scores a level. Embley, Nikoski, Naitanui, but still a very good lineup on paper for the West Coast. Farito wide with the kick in. McIntosh, Cox again, thump down. Adams couldn't break free with it. Stolen back by Prentice. Bounce it inside 50, unkind for Wells. Delaney had it stolen. Lysett, slick. Marston just as good.
Combination of great skill and great pressure. Here's the kick in. Ball gets turned around. One of their great strengths, the Eagles, is their height in the forward line, which has been quite diminished, but they've still got the numbers. And if you have a look at the Delaney give there, it was a poor one. Nice bit of work. Could have handballed off again.
Harvey does to Wells. Handball over the top. Look away. Handball to Bastanak, whose form has been white hot. That kick horrendous.
Yeah, it was.
McKenzie takes the mark.
Bad execution, but an even worse decision.
He tries to bounce it inside 50.
Got the extra numbers back here, the Kangaroos, so they've won possession now. They've got to keep possession, and this is what the Eagles work on. They keep their structure in defence, and so often...
Got down there but missed the handball option. Zeeble out wide. Tarrant needs to go. Brennan beats him with a bump. And then a Shepherd. Adam Selwood, well played by the first gamer. Scott Selwood, Gaff, his first kick of the afternoon, and a good one too, to the hot spot. Hill gathers, looks up, centering ball from the pocket. Might be play on, not 15. Ferrito's marked it, and the umpire blew the whistle. Adams back to right.
Had a bit of a brain fade there, Hill. He just did nothing with the footy.
And it rolls out of play.
Running in numbers, but if they can break the line, they score. If not, Darren Glass would appear to be the major block at this stage.
Wells. Adams. Game number 50 for Patch Adams today to Atley. Put him under pressure. Run down from behind. There's the Hill pressure you were talking about, Gerard. And he might get the reward here. Almost got a 50.
They're pushing numbers back here, the Kangaroos, as they've done most of the year.
Lynch to the pocket, calls it long. He's got some carry on the kick, and the gloves hold it strongly. Fantastic to watch.
That's a strong grab with some serious pressure coming on top. And a good kick to advantage by Josh Hill. Identified that Lynch, created some space for himself, and a nice kick.
Trademark, one glove on, one glove off. He leaves it on for the kick and nails the goal with ease.
And, I used an example of young Philip Matera in his days used to run plays from behind like that.
Brennan, speaking of young players, the son of, kicks wide and precisely the hands. McIntosh, but straight down to Pritis. Shuey, caught high again, was able to draw a high tackle. Big kick this. Give them back the lead. Crowd find voice again. West Coast back in front.
When the Eagles are on, that was just second nature, and he didn't come up.
Knocked down to Scott Selwood. Equal at the other end. From 55 to the square. It might have the carry over the back. Just touched on the line by Thompson. Got a hand on it. Not clear. Gaff gets there first. Flying shot at goal from him. Across the face. Behind. Gaff. Back over to Hearn. He's their go-to man. Keeps it low inside 50. Spectacular pass to Hill. Would have been harder for Hill to try and get out of the way of it and mark it. Nervous crowd. A bizarre start to the second term by the West Coast. And he squeezes that in on cue. He's got two. Back to one straight kick. Ball up in the middle. Lycett in the ruck now. Scott Selwood squeezes it out to Shuey. Finally, the West Coast have got their game going in this second term. Hams, huge fly. Just couldn't bring it down. Gee, got up, and lucky he's okay.
But the percentages there would have been with the boomerang, Jono, wouldn't they, rather than the straight drop punt?
Definitely try and keep the ball in play.
Adams Wells on the move. Took it at full speed. Handball's inboard. Anthony. And again, there's the launch, and to no one. Thomas was the only man there. You read it well, Gerard. You mentioned it earlier. They keep doing that. It's playing into the West Coast hands. Hearn back to half forward. Waters.
Well, that's McIntosh coming off the ground because
Back on. Crashed. Adams. Wells on the move. Breaks free. Spears it to Petrie. McKenzie got a fist on it. Gaff hunts it down. McMillan right with him. Worries him out of it. Well played, McMillan. Nearly won himself a free. Gaff pounces on it again. Inboard towards Hams. Bouncing ball's kind for him. Ignores Marston. Wants to go long. Lycett uses the body himself. Felt for Ferrito, and Ferrito let him drop. And finally taken out. Back into play. It's been a good second turn to watch. McIntosh rips it out of the air. Floater to Edwards. Waters. McKenzie. Kerr. Waters. Spectacular kick by Kerr. A fend off. Tarrant's running for him now. Harvey sees him, keeps it too low. Cut off by Glass.
And that's the wall they just have broken down on 3 or 4 times in the last 10 minutes. Just bad kicks, trying to get it to that next line. But the Eagles haven't hurt them, Dwayne, sorry.
To McGinnity. Hill, hands on it, not quite. Right, dragged down. Lycett tried to shovel it out. Ferrito makes it somebody else's problem. It'll be coming back, and Hearn is within range. This kick to give the West Coast Eagles the lead. And we've played 26 minutes into this second term.
Interesting to
takes a
see,
breath.
sorry, Dwayne, his composure. You can see he's blowing, but he's covered a fair amount of ground from the half-back line to the forward. And this is what they say, they just lack a bit of composure when they're shooting at goal.
Well, he hit that sweet. He hit that brilliantly. Perfect kick, perfect response. Eagles back in front.
The way they've kicked the ball inside their forward 50. It hasn't been all that clever.
Selwood off the ruck contest. Glorious.
Not like that.
West Coast Eagles back out by 9.
No, brilliant from Cox. Absolutely magnificent.
Playing off each other at the moment. Swallow. And here's this handball game. Bastanak gets it from Atley, gives it to Swallow. Kicks it wide towards Siebel. Might be a free kick downfield. High free kick, and he's still down. And it's on in the middle. Atley pushing shoves. Some spice in this now. They play onto advantage. Thompson, who can kick the odd goal. Misses on the buzzer. Now the umpire's having a chat here about this. At half-time, Swallow looking okay. The crowd booing the umpires. It's a big game. The West Coast searching for the victory that'll keep them undefeated in 2012. The Kangaroos need a win to get back inside the top 8. It's an 8-point margin at half-time. 7-10, 52. 7-2, 44.